Well, Amnesty International is blaming the Nelson Mandela Bay Municipality for the city's water crisis. Forgive me, it says failure to close thousands of leaks has now led to the severe water shortage. The human rights organization saying the metro is just days away from day zero. Well, let's speak to Sibusiso Khasa from Amnesty International. Sibusiso, morning to you. Good to have you on eNCA. So there's still a bit of a debate. Are we in day zero or is it a few days away? What's the perception you're getting from the ground?
Good morning, Garrett, and good morning to the viewers at home. So when it comes to the current situation, as it stands, we haven't entered day zero yet, but we are quickly approaching day zero with some of the dams, like the Impufu Dam, for instance, which failed as in yesterday, and also the Churchill Dam, which is now standing, which has about 11 days to run dry, and then you still have other dams that do still have about 37 days of 87 days of water supply, for instance, that people can still receive in the Eastern Cape. And so the most concerning thing for us as Amnesty International is the fact that as you have already mentioned, that we did go to the ground to visit the areas like as in Kabeja, as well as KwaZakhele. And what we found there is that not only as in the news reports, which have been indicating that there is a problem of water leaks, of which even the government, not only the municipality, but even the national government is aware of. But also, in terms of the people, what they're telling us is that it's not a matter of them not reporting those particular water leaks, but they have been reporting to municipalities in such a way that sometimes they would stay for even more than 10 days without getting a response from the municipality in terms of addressing those particular problems. And these are the things that we, even as Amnesty International, witnessed when we were on the ground at the Nelson Mandela Bay Municipality.
So if we were to look at water, as we all should, as a basic human right, and you're saying the municipality has got this completely wrong, Sibusiso, so would you suggest that the Nelson Mandela Bay Municipality has violated a basic human right? Would you agree with that statement?
Yes, we would agree that they are violating that particular basic human right, because this is threatening that it is threatening the basic human right. Because when we speak to people in some areas, they were telling us they would stay for instance, for about 3 days without water, and there wouldn't be even a water tank that would visit the area. They would have to go and see as to where can they find water. So that's a violation of a basic human right, that you would have to struggle with the basic services, water. And also the other problem is that what people are telling us is that when it comes to communication, for instance, the example that they made was that during the early days of, let's say, COVID-19, the lockdown, you saw that you would also testify to that you would receive regular communication even from government, let's say in form of SMSs and stuff. But now people, what they're saying is that they are not necessarily receiving, the matter is not receiving is not receiving the attention that it deserves. It deserves as an emergency, because now even their ward councillors would not even be coming on the ground to address them about these particular issues related to day zero. While we as Amnesty International saw some of the messages when you're talking about the main roads in Kabeja, and also when you're talking about the other areas that we visited, we did see some of the billboards that we had messages about day zero, but people are saying that they don't even fully understand as to what the problem looks like.
Sibusiso, have you had a chance as Amnesty International to speak to the municipality itself? What's that communication look like?
So far, to be honest with you, Garrett, so far the only communication that we've been receiving, also it's the same information that you've been receiving in terms of via the media, and also the statements that are mainly released by the municipality and also the National Department of Water and Sanitation.
Let's talk about solutions for a moment. It's one thing to pass the blame onto the municipality, not suggesting it's not well levelled at the municipality. Gift of the givers are on the scene there, trying to drill boreholes to alleviate. What's Amnesty International doing? How are you helping?
Well, yeah, you would understand that as Amnesty International, we play a very different role from the Gift of the Givers. The Gift of the Givers, they are a first responder type of an organization, while Amnesty isn't. We are mainly a campaigning and an advocacy organization that seeks to promote, protect, and respect human rights. And our duty here in these parties is to hold government accountable, not only based on local or domestic laws, but also in terms of international law. So our role mainly, it is to raise these particular issues that we are raising, and also to make sure that government does fulfill its obligations in terms of protecting the rights and or the human rights, and also making sure that all the basic services like water, for instance, are provided to individuals on the ground.
We can't fire an entire municipality, Sibusiso. Who should lose their job as a result of this? There must be someone.
Well, yes, people should be held accountable, but that's not our job to say as to who should take. Our role is not necessarily to mainly point fingers, but is to hold every individual accountable in terms of providing these basic services. Because it's no use because if you understand the politics on the ground also, while we may not dwell on the politics of the matter, but you do understand that the politics still play a role. So pointing fingers, if you have any different political parties pointing fingers as to who's to blame, that will also be a problem. But what we are interested in is that people's rights are protected. That's our main interest as Amnesty International.
Yeah, and the most basic right at the moment is that of water. I appreciate your time in joining us this morning. Sibusiso Khasa, Amnesty International SA campaigner, Tumza, talking to us about this issue down in Nelson Mandela Bay, because it has been a bit of a backwards and forwards. Are we in day zero? Aren't we in day zero? But regardless of whether we are or we aren't, if you look at the numbers, if we aren't officially in day zero in NMB, we're just days away from it happening. And it almost seems every expert you and I have spoken to, it's too late now to fix it.